What's up guys, my name is Droven. I'm back today with some more Minecraft and Reddit stories. Story number 1's from r/askreddit. The day my GPS lied to me. You ever have technology betray you in the worst possible way? Mine happened last year on a road trip. My GPS rerouted me through what it swore was a shortcut. 30 minutes in, the paved road turned to gravel, then dirt, and then just ended. No warning, no signs, just trees and silence. I tried turning around, but in the process, my car sank axle deep into mud. No service, sun setting. Oh, you're cooked, buddy. After an hour of trying to dig myself out with a stick, I saw headlights. Finally, a truck pulled up. Big guy with a beard steps out. Doesn't say a word, he just looks at me. Looks at the car, then at me again. Finally, he goes, "Your GPS sent you here, didn't it?" Like this was a normal occurrence. He towed me out and refused payment. Said, "This road eats people alive." I still don't know what he meant, but I've never trusted Google Maps since. Yeah, that's some like creepypasta haunted type shit right there. Like that's the guy with a beard could have easily been like an axe murderer, but you never know. Story number 2 is from r/time I messed up. Today I messed up by joining the wrong Zoom call. Work from home disasters? I've got one. I was supposed to hop on a project check-in. Instead, I clicked the wrong link. Camera on, mic on, and I burst in, cheerful as ever. "Morning team, let's crush it today." Except it wasn't my team. It was a memorial service. Oh my gosh. Everyone was in black, tears in their eyes. Someone whispered, who is this? I panicked, tried to leave, but my cat decided to knock my water bottle over, so all they saw was me yelling, "Damn it, biscuit," and scrambling before the call disconnected. A coworker later texted me, "Dude, you just attended my uncle's funeral. I've never wanted to crawl into the earth more in my life." That's, bad RNG, unlucky. This next one's from r/no sleep. It's called The Wrong Apartment. I came home late, exhausted, and unlocked my apartment door. Inside, everything was off. Furniture arranged weird, smell of incense, faint humming. But the kicker? A man sitting cross-legged on the floor, eyes closed. He opened them slowly and said, "You're early." I froze. I backed out, checked the door. It was my key, my door number. By the time I brought my landlord, the room was empty. Furniture gone, walls bare. It looked abandoned, dust everywhere, but my key still worked. I moved out the next week. Sometimes, late at night, I still hear humming outside my new apartment. Yeah, bro, I'm not just moving out of the apartment complex. I'm leaving the country. I'm changing my name. I'm gone. These r/no sleep stories really, like, this shit's creepy, bro. Next up's from r/relationships. My girlfriend stole my toothbrush. Yeah, no, that's disgusting. I'm sorry. Not in the oops, forgot mine way. I mean, she permanently replaced hers with mine. I only realized because the bristles were bent exactly the way I chew. I confronted her and she said, "I just feel closer to you this way." What? Excuse me? I asked if she wanted me to buy her a new one. She said, "Why? We kiss all the time. This is the same." No, it's not. I don't know whether to be flattered or horrified. Reddit, am I overreacting or is this psychotic behavior? Yeah, get a new girlfriend, get a new toothbrush. And you should leave the country too, because that's disgusting. Next one is from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for refusing to babysit my sister's demon child? My sister leaves her 7-year-old with me constantly. Last week, the kid took my phone, ordered $300 worth of Pokemon plushies, and hid my wallet in the freezer. I told my sister I'm done babysitting, and she called me heartless and said I'm abandoning family. I told her I'd reconsider if her kids stopped drawing pentagrams on my walls. She said, "That's just a phase." No, you need to get an exorcist. I feel like all these people just need to move away. Get away from these horrible people, or people, if that's what you want to call them. Next up's from r/glitch in the matrix. The 2 cashiers. I walked into a gas station late at night. 2 cashiers behind the counter, identical clothes, identical hair, identical faces. I laughed and said, "Wow, twins?" They looked at each other, then at me, and said in unison, "What twins?" My receipt had no store name, no timestamp, just a blank slip of paper. I still have it, and nobody believes me. Like, if I walked into the store and just saw two creepy twin people looking at me, I'm walking out. Like, I'm not going shopping. I don't know about you guys. Let me know what you would do in this situation. But I'm getting out of there so quick. Like, they wouldn't even have realized I was there. Yeah. Next one up from r/time I fucked up. I accidentally texted my boss a meme. Okay, this seems pretty harmless. Nothing wrong with that. I guess it depends on the meme. I made a dumb meme about our company's endless meetings. A skeleton waiting at a desk with the caption, "Still waiting for this meeting to end." That's kind of a lame ass meme. I'm sorry. Sent it to a friend, or so I thought. Turns out I sent it to my boss during the meeting she was hosting. Her reply, "Funny, let's talk after." I thought I was fired. Instead, she promoted me to run shorter, more efficient meetings. Accidentally became a hero. Yeah, that's a W. Next up's from r/true off my chest. I haven't slept in 72 hours. Bro, homie, take a Benadryl. Some Z-Quil. Not because I can't, but because I'm scared of what happens when I do. Well, when you fall asleep, your eyes close and your heart rate stops and you become well rested. 3 nights ago, I dreamed of drowning, woke up gasping, sheets soaked. Next night, dreamt of fire. My kitchen smoke alarm was going off when I woke. Last night, dreamed of falling, and my bed was dragged 3 feet from the wall like something had pulled it. I don't know what's waiting for me tonight, but I'm terrified to close my eyes. You're definitely getting pranked. Like, I hope you don't live alone, because that would explain it, but somebody has it out for you. Okay, r/relationships. My roommate keeps talking to the wall. At first, I thought it was Bluetooth earbuds. Then I realized he was staring at a crack in the drywall, whispering. I asked who he was talking to. He smiled and said, "The man who lives behind the wall." I thought it was a joke until I pressed my ear to the crack one night. Someone whispered back, "Get out." Okay, you heard the person. Get out? Okay, I'm getting out. That's enough. This is how people die in scary movies. They're the creepy thing in the wall and the crack in the wall say, "Get out," and they're like, "No, I'm not gonna get." No. Next one's from r/ask Reddit. Craziest thing a stranger ever did for you. I was stranded at 2 a.m. No cash, no Uber, freezing. A homeless man offered me his blanket and walked me to a diner where he knew the staff. He vouched for me, said I was good people, and they gave me coffee and a sandwich on his word alone. When I tried to find him later to pay him back, nobody had ever heard of him. That's kind of nice. That's a wholesome story. Probably not true, but still wholesome. Next one's from r/time I fucked up. I thought my date was waving at me. So, first date jitters. We're meeting at a cafe. I walk in, see her waving. I wave back. Big, confident grin, strutting over like I own the place. Turns out she was waving to the guy behind me. Ah, yikes. I feel like everyone's been in that situation before where they think someone's waving to them, but it's actually the person behind them and just makes you want to crawl in a hole and die. I realized it halfway through my dramatic walk, tripped on a chair leg, and slammed into the floor like a sack of potatoes. The whole cafe gasped. I ended up sitting there anyway, bleeding from my elbow, pretending it was all part of the plan. Spoiler, no second date. Yeah, I'd change my whole identity and move to like China or something like that. All right, next up's from r/no sleep. My new house has a locked door in the basement. Bought a fixer-upper. Everything seemed fine until I found a padlocked door in the basement wall. Landlord said, "Don't open it ever." Of course, curiosity won. No, don't let curiosity win. Don't open the door. I don't understand what's wrong with people. Inside, a small, windowless room with chains bolted to the floor and a mattress. The walls were covered in scratches, hundreds of them. I closed the door, put the lock back on, and haven't stepped foot down there again. Yeah, you could just burn the house down. Next is from r/relationships. My boyfriend pretends to sleepwalk. Okay, why? Every night around 2 a.m., my boyfriend gets up and quote unquote sleepwalks. He mutters nonsense, walks around, sometimes even opens the fridge. But last night I caught him watching me while I slept, whispering my name. When I confronted him this morning, he said, "I'm not sleepwalking. I'm practicing for something." I don't even know what that means. Should I leave? That's a little bit sus. Like, if he told you that, like, if he's like an actor, like a method actor that's trying to get a role of somebody that's sleepwalking, okay, that's like the only circumstance where that makes sense and that's justifiable. But don't be. Next up's another one from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for refusing to name my baby after my wife's ex? My wife insists we name our newborn after her first boyfriend because he taught her about love. I said absolutely not, and she called me insecure. I said, if you want to honor him so badly, why don't you just go back to him? Now she's crying and her family says I'm the jerk. Am I the asshole? Long story short, no. Next is from r/true off my chest. I found a phone in the woods. Went hiking, found a cracked iPhone half buried in mud. It still worked. Last photo, a selfie of a guy smiling, with a figure standing right behind him in the trees. Every picture after that was blurry, dark, or of the ground. The last one, just pitch black with the words, "Help me," scrawled across it. I left the phone there. See, this is my type of energy. You find the phone, you find the creepy stuff. It's just like, nope, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not getting caught up in this. I'm not getting any evil spirits hunting after me. We're good. Got another one from Time I Fucked Up. I mistook the CEO for the janitor. Yikes. Big corporate mixer. I was nervous, trying to be friendly. Saw a man in a plain polo shirt cleaning up cups. I said, "Hey man, appreciate you keeping the place tidy." He just smiled. Later, he gets on stage and introduces himself as the CEO of the company. I wanted the floor to swallow me. Honestly, I feel like that's that's just a funny situation and such a casual interaction with the CEO of the company. I honestly don't see this as a bad thing. Like, hey man, appreciate it. Thanks for cleaning up. Like, he probably thought that was funny. I've never read from this sub before. It's r/let's not meet. The gas station attendant who knew my name. Stopped at a gas station on a road trip. Attendant greets me by name. I'd never been there before. I asked how he knows me. He just says, "See you on your way back?" I never drove that route again. I mean, could definitely be a stalker that you just happened to stumble across. That wasn't really a long story. It was just a couple of sentences, but makes the hair stand up on the back of your neck. Okay, this one's from r/ask Reddit. Craziest neighbor story. My neighbor used to stand on his balcony every night at 3 a.m., whistling the same 4 notes over and over. If anyone yelled at him to stop, he'd just whistle louder. One night, all the lights in his apartment turned off mid-whistle. Never saw him again. Apartment's been empty for years. Okay, theory on this one. This person was a government experiment that needed to be disappeared. And, they just kind of snuck in, got him. Nobody ever heard of him again. This one's from r/relationships. My husband refuses to sleep in our bedroom. That's unfortunate. He says the air feels too heavy. He's been sleeping on the couch for weeks. I finally pressed him on it. He admitted that when I sleep, I sometimes sit up, eyes wide open, and whisper things in another language. I don't speak another language. So, pretty much, you're just possessed. Yeah, you should get that taken care of. They have people for that. Yeah, I'd be doing the same thing. Next up's from r/time I fucked up. I accidentally set off a fire alarm during a job interview. Just walk out. I was so nervous, I leaned against the wall. Turns out it was the fire alarm switch. Whole building evacuated. My interviewer spent 20 minutes outside glaring at me. I did not get the job. Yeah, as soon as the fire alarm set off, just walk away. Like, you know you didn't get the job. That's just a yikes. The stories from this sub are always pretty interesting. It's a short one. r/glitch in the matrix. I saw myself at the grocery store. I was walking past the cereal aisle when I saw me. Same hoodie, same haircut, same scar on the eyebrow. I looked at me, smirked, and walked away. I chased him and he was gone. The security footage blank in that aisle during the exact same time. I don't know if you guys believe this stuff or if it's true, but I mean, I don't even know what to say about this one. That's, I don't think I'd ever sleep again. This one's from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for not telling my brother his wife is cheating? Yeah. I saw her kissing another guy at a bar. My brother's been saving for their dream house. I confronted her. She begged me not to tell, swore it was just one time. If I tell him, I destroy his life. If I don't, he's living a lie. Reddit, what would you do? In this situation, I would definitely tell my brother. Because otherwise, he's just living a false life with someone who isn't really there for him. I feel like that's the right thing to do. What do you guys think? Here's one from r/true scary stories. It'll probably keep all of us awake all night. The hotel phone call. Checked into a cheap motel. Phone rings at 2 a.m. Voice says, "Don't open your door, no matter what." 5 minutes later, someone bangs on my door screaming for help. I look through the peephole, no one was there. Just pounding on the door until sunrise. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna be sleeping tonight. Anyways, next one. Here's another one from Time I Messed Up. I used the wrong restroom. At a wedding venue, I stumbled into the wrong restroom, except it wasn't a restroom. It was the bridal suite. The bride screamed, bridesmaids screamed, I screamed, whole wedding party hates me, and I wasn't even drunk. Yeah, just leave the wedding. Get in your car, or if you don't have a car, get in a bus. Just leave. Block all the people at the wedding or anyone you knew, whoever invited you, because that's just a horribly awkward situation, and you're never going to live that down. End of story. This one's from r/ask Reddit. Craziest job you ever had? I worked night security at a museum. Every night at exactly 3:33 a.m., the motion detectors in the Egyptian wing went off. Always the sarcophagus. Nothing there. Cameras glitch every time. I quit. Yeah, I would quit too. This is some real life Night at the Museum type stuff. If you guys have ever seen that movie, I feel like everyone's seen that movie. But yeah, the sarcophagus. That's if it were like something else, like a dinosaur exhibit, and it shifted or something and set off the security thing. That's a whole nother story. But the sarcophagus with the Egyptian prince in it or whatever. No, I'm good. Somebody else can have that job. I don't care how much they're paying. Next up's from r/relationships. My girlfriend says she's seen me sleep twice or at once. She swears she's woken up to see me lying in bed and standing in the corner at the... Oh, no, absolutely not. And standing in the corner at the same time. I laughed at first until she showed me a blurry photo. Looks like me standing in the corner. So that's actually your sleep paralysis demon. And your girlfriend is probably also some type of demon, so she can see it as well. Yeah, you're being set up. Next one's from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for not attending my father's funeral? I skipped it. He abandoned me when I was a kid, then tried to reconnect on his deathbed. My family says I'm ungrateful. I say you can't expect someone to show up for you if you never showed up for them. Am I the asshole? No, that's really a tough call to make, to be honest. At this point, it's just your biological father, like, that was never there. That's a tough call, but I mean, I don't blame you for making that decision at all. Here's one from r/no sleep. The man in the reflection. Hopefully it's just you looking in the mirror. Every mirror in my apartment shows a man standing behind me. Why do you still live in this apartment? Tall, dark, suit, no face. Yeah, you got Slenderman living in your apartment. Move out. Leave the country. He never moves. He never speaks. Only visible in the reflection. I moved apartments. He came with me. Exorcist? Question mark? Here's another one from time I fucked up. I accidentally proposed at a baseball game. How do you accidentally propose? On the Jumbotron, they put me on camera. I panicked, held up my nachos like a ring box, and mouthed, "Will you marry me?" to my girlfriend as a joke. Crowd went wild. She cried and said yes. We're engaged now. I was not planning that. Hey, life happens while you're making plans. If she said yes to a nacho box, she got the right one. Here's another one from True Off My Chest. I think I'm being followed. If you think you're being followed, you're either, maybe schizophrenic or you actually are. Same guy, gray hoodie, keeps popping up in different parts of the city. Grocery store, train, even outside my apartment. I told my friend. He said he'd seen the same guy too. Exact same hoodie, same face. Neither of us knows him. All right, so here's what happened. The Xbox Live chat got leaked. This is the government and they're following you. End of story. Here's one from time I fucked up. I tried to be smooth at the gym. Saw a cute girl struggling with weights. Thought I'd be helpful. Went over and said, "Want a spot?" She smiled and said yes. I confidently reached for the bar and immediately dropped it on my own foot. No game. Cue me limping out of the gym while she lifted the weight like it was nothing. Haven't gone back since. Yeah, that's tough. I don't know what to say about this one. Next one's from r/no sleep. The man who waves at my window. Every night, exactly 3 a.m., I see a man standing across the street. Same hoodie, same posture. He never moves, never speaks, just waves. Last night, I waved back. He smiled, and now he's closer. Right under the street light in front of my building. Noticing a common thing here. I think you should just move. Out of the country. All right, judge me if you want. This next one could be seen as weird by some people, not by me because I do the same thing. R/relationships. My partner eats raw pasta. Not al dente, straight out of the box, like chips. Crunches on it during movies, at dinner, even in bed. I told him it's weird. He said, "You like popcorn, don't you?" Am I crazy or is this a red flag? Okay, doing it like all day long while you're doing everything, just crunching on raw pasta, it's a little weird. Get some chips or something. But I mean, anyone who says they haven't eaten just a raw piece of pasta just while they're cooking it, they're lying to you. Here's one from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for not sharing my lottery winnings? I bought the ticket, scratched it, won 50 grand. My roommate says we always split everything. I said bills, yes, but not lottery winnings. Now he won't talk to me and calls me greedy. Am I the asshole? No, your roommate's the asshole. That's your money. Here's one from True Off My Chest. I heard my name on the radio. Driving late at night, radio on low. Suddenly the DJ says my full name, followed by "We're coming for you." Then static. I called the station the next day. They said no such broadcast happened. Yeah, that one will send chills down your spine. Witness protection program. Good luck. Here's one from time I messed up. I wore the wrong outfit to a costume party. Coworker invited me to what I thought was a Halloween party. Showed up as a vampire. Cape, fangs, fake blood. Turns out it was a formal dinner party. Everyone else in suits and dresses. I had to eat steak with fake fangs in. I left early. No, you should have stayed for the whole party. You could have been the center of attention, comic relief. This pretty great scenario here. R/glitch in the Matrix. The street that shouldn't exist. Walking home, I turned down a side street I'd never noticed before. Quaint houses, perfect lawns, people smiling. I checked Google Maps later. There is no street there. Went back the next day. It was gone. Yeah, that was a nightmare. Here's one from r/relationships. My wife pretends to be a different person at night. She insists it's a game. At night, she puts on a wig, changes her voice, and calls herself Marissa. She'll talk to me like we're strangers meeting for the first time. It started funny. Now it's every night. I don't know if I'm married to one person or two. Simple, multiple personality disorder. She needs to go see a psychiatrist and be medicated. Here's one from r/am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for eating the last slice of pizza? Honestly, everyone feels like an asshole for eating the last slice of pizza, but somebody has to do it. Roommate bought a pizza, left it on the counter with no note. I ate the last slice and he came home furious. Said it was, quote unquote, reserved for him. Now he's demanding I buy him a whole new pizza. Am I the asshole? No, your roommate is just insane. Like, he left it out on the counter. If he would have like put it in the fridge and wrote his name on it, whole nother story. But that was free game. Last one from True Scary Stories. The woman in the hotel mirror. Checked into a hotel, brushing my teeth before bed. Looked up into the mirror. Behind me, a woman stood smiling. I spun around. Empty. When I looked back, her hand was pressed against the glass on my side of the reflection. Yeah, that's game over for you, bud, honestly. Anyways, that's all the Minecraft and Reddit stories I have for you today. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe. If you didn't, I don't know what to tell you. Peace.